So had a few reasonable finds today whilst out foraging, and I'll talk you through them briefly. So this one here, you know, a pretty common agaricus mushroom, and a little bit like flaky, scaly on top, which when rubbed remove easily, smelling a little bit of aniseed. Now this one appears to be Agaricus macrosporus. It's an edible, and we can see it's pretty beige on the gills. Even at this stage it's not like brown like that one. So just looking for something else, what that one could be. Maybe the horse mushroom, but I don't think so. This one's very clean on top and a little bit of a tinge of yellow, as you can see. It's none of these yellow staining mushrooms. Not that one there, the wood mushroom. This one's the wood mushroom, and this one obviously is very old, and this one's smelling very much like aniseed, which is what they say about the wood mushroom. So it says here smell of aniseed. Yeah, so as soon as I found that one on its own, of course I'm smelling all the mushrooms, and yeah, it's the strongest smelling variety of this mushroom, and of course it smells healthy because it smells of something that we know we can eat. So two edible agaricus mushrooms there. Now over here, I've been mentioning to you guys that I've been wanting to manifest puffballs, and so the other day I manifested a puffball that big, only it was in this condition, and I was out cycling and I couldn't bring it back, but it felt very, very soft, like it was all gone inside. You see, you can tell by the weight of them, that's kind of light, where that one is a much dense one. So in there's going to be edible meat. Now over here we have oyster mushrooms. Now this one, I saw it when it was about as big as a thumb, and that was last week, and it was on a regular walkway, and I was hoping that it was still going to be there when it was mature. But because we've had a lot of rain and all these places are really boggy, people haven't been frequenting them. But what a beautiful specimen that is. And I ate one this same size from the exact same place on this tree. It grows on an ash tree. So I ate this one, its sister or brother, last year, and so I'm going to eat that one. That one's absolutely delicious. Now these come from another part, also growing at the base of ash, and so looking quite different in some respects. But you've got the current gills coming down, the start there, you've got the upturned lip, you've got the white gills, and you know, thick stipe, and you've got all that stuff going on, and pretty beautiful to find it, you know, like this. Absolutely good. So what I've done with these mushrooms, I run them under the cold tap, and I gently rub off any dust or grass or anything like that, so they are ready to go in the pan. And so there they are, beautiful mushrooms. Now when we look at the oyster mushroom, it tends to look very, very sort of silvery grey like this. And apparently they grow in this sort of feathering. Well, I mean, I suppose you could say this is some sort of a feathering, but you see, these are very, very upturned ring, and if you look, I don't know whether you can see, you must be able to see, yeah, they're kind of like a peach colour, yeah, you see the peach where these are very, very white, and so I'm thinking, well, they're all feathered like that, and my variety are not feathered. Now this one, it still has a slightly inturned cap, but I know I ate it last year and it was very, very beautiful. So I'm looking, but these ones, you see, they're very different, because look, we can see that this one is very white and they're very peach. So help me out here, guys. So I'm not entirely happy that they are, in actual fact I'm not happy at all that they are. I'm not even happy that this one is a oyster mushroom. And you see there, it's got a bit of a peachy sort of colour to it there, at the back there, and even on the start there. And there's a slight tinge in there of pink or peach, isn't there, in the light? Can you see that? Slight tinge of pink or peach. Now, what else do we have to choose from? This variety, Pleurotus cornucopi, and that one is an edible, so, but it's not that one. That one's too broad in the gill, and yeah, the gills run all the way down. So it's most certainly not that one. Not that one. And so then we start to run out of those. But it looks like a geotropa. So I'm going to go back and find the geotropas. See where they are. Oh, look at those, the wood bluets. They're like a late winter mushroom, but very tasty, the wood bluets. This is a wonderful book, by the way. Any of you interested, Roger Phillips. Right then, what we got here? It's not that one. We've got some amethyst deceivers and the regular deceivers, both edible. They are. So we've got the cloudy agaric. I know where those are. Tawny funnel and the common funnel cap. But over here somewhere. We've got the Clitocybe geotropa. So the Clitocybe geotropa is an edible and it's good. But these ones, the ones I found, always grow in isolation, and they never grow in groups like this. And so this one here, okay, we can see that this is looking a bit peachy, can't we? Now if we have a comparison, then we've got some peachy stuff going on there. We've got the upturned lip, we've got let's have a look at another specimen. This one here, which you know, is looking pretty similar, isn't it? And then we have a look at it like that. I think that would be pretty affirmative. And so when we look at the young ones like this, we can see that they are very interned on the cap, and I'm pretty sure that cut it would be looking like that. I'm going to cut one later, but these are the this one here. What does that say? Leucopaxillus giganteus. Leucopaxillus giganteus. This one is an edible one. Now it says here 30 centimeters across at first, soon deeply funnel shaped, ivory, finally flushed, tan at the centre and often cracked or scaly, margin enrolled, tough white flesh, taste and smell faint but pleasant, gills decurrent, crowded and forked, creamy spore, white print. Pore is a white. I would have had those down for being a salmon spore. So I'm going to take a spore from that today. Habitat amongst grass and pastures, hedgerows and roadsides, often in rings. Well, they were found at the roadside at the base of an ash tree. So I think the thing to do is I'll cut one of them down. So if you want to have a look at this, it's always good to let me. It's such a beautiful thing. I don't even like to disturb them. Look at that. I just like to marvel at them a great deal. They are a beautiful, incredible creature. So this one, I think this one is probably the most damaged, and so I will slice that down, and on the inside we can see that it's very white, and I'm pretty sure they'll be fibrous. And so when we look then down here, we can see that it's looking very similar to that one, isn't it? And the gills are the same colour, and there's no discoloration or anything like that. Yeah, it appears to be a Clitocybe then. So, okay, well, we have those things there, guys and gals. So, other than that then, I'm going to cut open these puffballs, because I've been so desirous to find some of these this year, and I'm going to eat whatever I can salvage. And so, let us start cutting away. It's not the best, of course, but to get rid of all that slug-eaten flesh, and it's not cutting very satisfying, you know, it's they're too dry. But I've got that, I've salvaged that, and so I'm going to put these in the bin, and these bits here. This one I have more optimism for, because it's, yeah, it's cutting better already. I'm gonna make a bit of a meal out of this. Can you hear it squeaky? Now you can eat these with the skin on, no big deal. Oh shit! So yeah, I'm gonna keep that bit because. Okay, so let me have a look. Put these in the bin. Now I'm going to cut these into steaks, and I'll be frying these. Look at that. They taste like omelette. So I'll be frying those in a bit of butter, along with that one there. Now this one, I'm still going to have a go. I'm just going to check to see what the difference is. If they turn out to be quite tasty as well. They're much lighter. This one, of course, you can see the texture. This one's much younger. This one's losing its integrity. This one's heavier, it's got more water. This one doesn't have. But when I come back from the gym, I'm going to make a bit of a starter with those because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having Thai chicken curry, coconut oil Thai curry paste with mushrooms and chilies, and it's going to be absolutely superb. So make sure to tune in for that one. So all in all then, happy, because what happened is, of course I've been wanting to manifest the Puffballs, and it's getting late in the season because it's kind of like the evidently, you know, end of July, sort of August mushroom. The vast majority of the ones I've found, I've not found that many, have gone over. Then when I knew where these oyster mushrooms were growing, I went to check on this place and then that place, and then I saw that they were growing smaller, so I'm like, okay, fingers crossed, hopefully nobody kicks the fuck out of them. And so I got there just in time, and so I've got some beautiful geotropa, or whatever they are. Going to do a little bit more research about those on the internet. For those of you that have got any ideas about those, then comments down below, and I'll make a video of how these puffballs go. Oh, they smell so lovely. What does it smell like? My sense of smell is my weakest sense. My nose is very blocked. In actual fact, I'm on some medication these days, and I very, very rarely take any medication. But the reason why I'm taking this medication, because when I went to see my nose, throat and ears, nose and throat specialist to see if there was anything wrong with my vocal cords, which there wasn't, I said, well, I can't breathe through my nose. And so he said, take this, a couple of squirts in each nose each day for about 6 weeks, and that should open them up. And so if it does open them up, then of course I'll get more of an airway going through, which has to help with my singing. So a classic Awake and Brave video here, talking about lots of things I can't label about my videos, is this and that. You know what the game is by now. Catch you later.